Sir, what are you doing here?
Why are you recording police cars leaving the station? Are you planning something?
Tell me what it says. Tell me, who are you? Who are you? Don't come up to me. Don't come up to me because I will defend myself. Move away from me. Move away from me. Because you're too close. You're in my space. Now move away. I will tell you one more time. Move away from me.
It sounds like you're being threatened.
Move away. You, Section 5. That's what you're doing. You are threatening, alarming and distressing me. So go away.
What are you doing?
Do you understand? Do you understand?
I understand.
Move away.
From the moment the interaction begins, the officer's behavior quickly changes from simple questioning to intimidation. Instead of respecting the auditor's decision to remain silent, the officer becomes visibly frustrated and moves aggressively into his personal space, even though there appears to be no clear reason to detain or stop him. When the auditor asks the officer to step back, the officer refuses and continues moving closer. The auditor is eventually forced to move him away. But then comes the most surprising part. The officer portrays himself as the victim and accuses the auditor of being threatening, even though the officer was the one who initiated the confrontation. This creates the appearance of a situation where an officer provokes a reaction and then uses that reaction to justify taking further action. The behavior also raises questions under public order law. Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1986 concerns threatening or abusive behavior, as well as disorderly behavior that is intended or likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress in certain circumstances. If an officer is deliberately creating confrontation by invading someone's personal space and refusing to step back, that conduct deserves serious scrutiny.
I don't
Move
need to
away.
move away.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You're in my space. Move away.
Why are you recording police
Move
cars?
away. Move away from me.
Sir, what are you doing
Move away from me.
What are you doing
Move away from me.
Sir, I'm asking you
Move
kindly.
away from me. Listen,
asking
and I'm
you
telling
kindly,
you to
what are you doing
move
in
away
front of the
from
police
me.
station?
Move away from me.
Sir, what are you
Move
doing here?
away.
I'm not going to move. I'm in front of the police station. I'm in
I
a
don't
public
care.
space.
Yeah,
I
you're in
do
my
not-
space.
No, I'm in a public
You've
domain.
walked right up to me. You've walked
I'm
right.
asking you.
Yeah. How
I'm
would you like
asking
if I walked right up into your face?
You can walk up.
Yeah.
There you go.
And what?
There you go.
The tension continues as the auditor repeatedly asks the officer to move away. Instead of backing off, the officer continues pressing forward and says, "I'm in front of the police station. I'm in a public space." That statement creates an obvious contradiction. The officer is saying that he has the right to stand there because the area is public. But the auditor is exercising that same basic freedom by standing in public and recording. If being in a public space gives the officer the right to remain there, why should the same principle not apply to the auditor? This looks like a clear double standard. When the officer wants to stand in a public place, he treats that space as giving him freedom to act. But when the auditor uses the same public space to record, suddenly his presence becomes a problem. The real issue appears to be the recording itself. Instead of explaining a genuine legal restriction, the officer seems to rely on pressure and intimidation to challenge an activity that is otherwise lawful.
What's your name, sir?
Go away.
What's your name?
Go away.
What are you doing
Go
here?
away. Look
Why
at
are you
you.
recording
Look
these
at you.
vehicles?
Look at you.
Sir,
Don't step close to me. Don't
Sir.
step close. Don't step close. Don't step close
sir,
to
stop
me.
pushing me.
Listen, don't step close to me.
I'm not stepping
You
close to you.
are.
I'm asking you a
You're on
question.
camera.
I'm
You're on
asking
camera.
you a
Stop
question.
lying.
I'm asking you a question.
Don't step
What
close
are you
to me.
doing
Who
here?
are you?
My name's Stefan Astasi. I'm a police officer.
Get your warrant card out and show me.
I have done that already.
Show me again. I didn't see
I
it. You
don't-
was too close to me.
Well, I've showed you
No,
already.
you didn't move.
Under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, known as PACE, there are circumstances where an officer carrying out certain police powers must provide identifying information. Where an officer is not in uniform, identification requirements can include giving their name, station, and showing their warrant card, subject to the specific circumstances and applicable provisions. The officer claims that he has already shown his warrant card. However, the auditor explains that the officer was standing so close that he could not properly see it. If someone cannot reasonably verify an officer's identity, asking to see the identification again is understandable. Instead of simply showing the card again and calming the situation, the officer refuses. That decision only creates more tension and raises questions about transparency and accountability. Police officers are expected to exercise their powers professionally and follow the relevant identification procedures. In this encounter, the refusal to provide clear identification appears to make an already tense situation even more difficult.
Yes, I did.
You are recording
I don't
it.
care.
We're not
Yes, I
going to
did.
allow you to record our
Oh, well, go away then.
No, you go away from me.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you recording? Why are you here?
Don't ask me questions.
Are you well, sir?
Don't ask
Are
me
you
questions.
mentally
Don't
unwell?
ask me questions. I said go away. You're harassing me now.
I'm not harassing you. I'm
Section
asking
5, you're harassing me. You're causing me
asking you a
alarm
simple
and
question.
distress. Now go away.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm asking a simple
You're sorry to hear
question.
that. So
Yes.
you like committing offences, do you?
I'm not committing any
Yes, you are.
offences.
You've stepped right in front of me. You're causing me a Section 5,
What's a Section 5?
a Public Order Act.
What do you
Section
mean?
5 of the Public Order Act. You are causing me alarm, harassment and distress. Now go away.
This moment is particularly concerning because the officer appears uncertain about a basic piece of public order legislation. Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1986 deals with certain threatening, abusive, or disorderly behavior that can cause harassment, alarm, or distress. Understanding the legal powers being used during a confrontation is an important part of professional policing. Officers need to know what the law actually allows before relying on it to challenge or detain someone. If an officer cannot clearly explain the legislation they are referring to, it raises legitimate questions about their understanding of the law and the training behind their decision-making. In a tense public encounter, that knowledge becomes even more important. Police powers should be exercised on the basis of accurate legal understanding, not uncertainty or assumptions.
I don't need to
can't
go away.
let
I'm
you-
asking
we
you.
can't
I'm
let
asking
you-
Are you
what
detaining me? Are you detaining me?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not at all. Get out of here.
You can't
Get out of here.
police
So
cars.
you touch
can't
me and
do
that's
that.
an assault. Of course I can do what I want.
Sir,
Don't
please
just
stop.
go away from me.
Sir, I'm asking you
Shut up.
nicely to stop.
I don't care if
recording.
you're asking me lightly, and I won't
Okay,
stop recording.
Then
No.
tell me why you recording.
No, I'm not going to tell you nothing.
Why are you recording?
Stop recording.
Hey, that's an assault.
Stop recording. You're under
That's
arrest.
assault.
Stop
Under
recording.
arrest for
Get your
what?
hands off her. Give me your hands.
Hold
Give me
on
that.
a second. Hold on a second. You can know what she just assaulted me.
Public order act.
Assaulted me.
What's happening?
It's on camera. It's okay. It's okay. It's on camera.
This is where the situation becomes much more serious. The officer appears to use physical force against the auditor, even though the auditor was recording in a public place, and there is no clear indication from this footage that he was committing an offense. Under UK law, police use of force must have a lawful basis and should be necessary and proportionate to the circumstances. Simply being difficult, refusing to answer questions, or continuing to record does not automatically justify physical force. The officer then appears to strike or interfere with the camera and twist the auditor's arm. If that physical contact was unnecessary or unlawful, it could raise serious concerns about assault and the excessive use of police powers. The arrest itself also raises questions. Under PACE, an arrest must be based on lawful grounds and must be necessary. The person being arrested should also be informed that they are under arrest and given the grounds for the arrest as required by LAW. In this case, the auditor appears to be told that he is under arrest after the physical confrontation, but the circumstances surrounding the arrest and what happens immediately afterwards raise serious concerns about whether proper procedures were followed. The footage later shows Yardley explaining what happened after his camera was taken from him. Once he gets the camera back, he starts recording again, allowing viewers to see what happens next.
My camera was snatched from the tripod and the filming was stopped. If you could hear, the female plainclothes police officer said you are under arrest.
That's an assault. That's assault. Under arrest for what?
I did not know why she decided to arrest me, but I know she had assaulted me by twisting my arm behind my back. She was the one that also grabbed the phone from the tripod. I was then held again with my hands behind my back by the two officers who had exited the car. About 5 other officers came out and stood in front of me. I was held like this for about 5 minutes. During this time there was a big huddle and many officers were saying he's an auditor. It was after about 5 minutes I was handed back my phone by one of the officers. I then switched it back on and started to film.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Right. I don't know what's happened.
Okay.
So, my name is Sergeant Robertson.
Yep.
I'm currently the Section Sergeant responsible for the emergency response team at this current time.
Okay.
I was aware that you wished to make a complaint. You've been asked to wait inside the front office until one of the public access officers could speak to you and arrange whatever you needed to be done and dealt with. And if you needed to speak to a sergeant for that to be done.
Okay.
I understand something since has happened. I don't really know what. I'm trying to ascertain what has happened.
Okay.
Okay, but I can see the officers that were initially involved from CID are no longer here.
Okay.
So I need to find out who they are and what their account is.
The sergeant later reveals an important detail. The officers involved were from CID. CID officers are plainclothes detectives who typically investigate more serious offenses, although their exact roles can vary between forces. Being a detective does not place an officer above the law. Plainclothes officers still have to follow PACE, the relevant codes of practice, professional standards, and the rules governing the use of force. Their authority comes with responsibility. They are expected to use their powers lawfully and be accountable for their actions. The fact that the officers leave the scene after the confrontation and detention raises further questions about what happened and whether proper procedures were followed. If officers have used excessive force or acted unlawfully, those actions should be properly investigated rather than simply ignored. This is why accountability matters. Police powers are important, but they must always be exercised within the law.
If I can ask you to wait back in the front office at this moment in time, I will try to find someone to come and promptly deal with your complaint, as I believe it is.
No, that's a separate complaint.
Okay.
I want them to. No, I need them two to be charged.
So if you wish for them to be, and a further complaint to be made that can be done and dealt with, but I need the time to identify who they were and what's happened.
Okay, so let me
literally just come down to find out.
So let me just say this, Sergeant. I've just been stood there with my hands behind my back.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically under arrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
As in, have you been told you are under arrest?
I'm sure that's what the woman said. Yeah.
Which woman, sorry?
The one that assaulted me.
CID?
I don't know where she is. She was in. She was plainclothes.
Right.
Once an officer places someone under arrest, proper arrest procedures must be followed. Under Section 28 of PACE, the person should be informed that they are under arrest and told the grounds for the arrest at the time of the arrest, subject to the legal exceptions. The arrest must also satisfy the requirements of Section 24 of PACE, including necessity. Police cannot simply arrest someone without a lawful reason. In this case, the auditor appears to be physically confronted, told that he is under arrest, and then left without any clear follow-up action. That creates serious questions about what legal basis remained for his detention. If someone is arrested but then effectively abandoned without proper processing, release, or a lawful continuation of the detention, the circumstances could potentially raise issues of unlawful detention or false imprisonment. Ultimately, the key question is whether the officers followed the correct legal procedures from the moment force was used through to the arrest and what happened afterwards. Police authority does not end with making an arrest. It comes with a duty to act lawfully, explain the basis for their actions, and properly account for what happens next.